Hi folks, Fox here. I am recording this video because for the month of December I want to do something that is a little weird for me. If you are a big YouTube fan, you may be familiar with a tradition among YouTubers called Vlogmas. And for those who are under the same rock that I was, basically Vlogmas is where vloggers and YouTubers for the month of December make sure that all of their videos have a Christmassy or holiday theme. So makeup tutorial YouTube channels typically become tutorials on how to do makeup for holiday parties, or how to do really cute fancy makeup that involves, making little snowmen out of eyeliner or turning your eyeballs into holly berries. And that's not really my thing. As you may have noticed, that is not my thing. What is my thing, though, is storytelling. And that is what I would like to do for the month of December. So, especially after the National Novel Writing Month experience that I'm having this November, I definitely was not in a position creatively to try and undertake writing 25 to 31 horror short stories which had a subtle or not so subtle holiday theme. It's not a thing my brain is up for right now. So that is why I am turning to you. But I'm looking for short stories or poems or even excerpts from larger pieces or larger projects. And what I'm going to do is do a dramatic reading of your poem or your short story or your novel excerpt. And I'll do that every single day. Every single day until I run out of submissions, or Christmas comes and I'm sick of the project, or the end of the month if I love it dearly, or I get a lot of really cool New Year's Eve themed horror spookiness. So, some of the perks of participating in my Vlogmas adventure will be, well, one, the fact that I will perform your piece of writing. I know that for a lot of writers, there is a concern, are people going to read this? Are people going to think it's cool? Are people going to interact with it in some meaningful way? And typically, especially for independent writers, there isn't a lot of confirmation that that is going to be a thing. You just kind of hit the publish button and hope for the best. With platforms like Wattpad and things like that, it makes it a lot easier to make sure that someone actually gets their eyes on something that you've written, but it's not guaranteed. In this case, it's not guaranteed either, but personally, I find some satisfaction in knowing even one person thinks that something that I've produced is worthwhile. It's why comments on my blog or my Wattpad or even my Patreon, those things mean a lot to me, even if it's just to say, hey, that's neat. Or so this is kind of an opportunity to, one, automatically get some super validation, because not only will I have liked your piece enough to include it in this project, but I will have liked it enough to dramatically read it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think your stories are worth telling. I think that's another important thing to remember. Self-doubt's a killer in a lot of creative industries, but especially writing, because it is such an isolating practice. I don't know, just knowing that another person cares about what you've written is super important, at least to me. So, there's that. Yay for validation. Plus, all of the videos that I create for Vlogmas are going to be embeddable. Embeddable, they're going to be shareable, so you can throw them on your website. You put them anywhere that you want to put videos for promotional purposes. So you'll have that, which, again, will show other people, hey, this was a super cool story. Someone cared enough about it to make a video about it. Also, the video itself is kind of cool. That's me being super optimistic. BT dubs. Fingers crossed. Video's gonna also be kind of cool. So, there's that. We also have the benefit of every time someone takes a peek at the video, they're going to hear your name. They're going to hear the story's name. And they're going to hear a way to contact you. I will have all of the details where you can buy the book, where you can find more about you, where you can find you on the internet, your Amazon author page, social media, whatever. So I have all that listed in the description, but in the video itself, I will actually say whichever one your preferred method is. So every time somebody is hearing about your story and knows, hey, that person writes cool stuff, they're also getting your preferred method of contact plugged, which is super important. Letting people know how to find you is the most essential part of marketing that any author or writer or anyone else, really, that's trying to reach other people can do. So, that's a plus. So, I really hope that you participate. If you have a spooky or creepy or horror or grotesque or bloody or murderish, I'm making new words to describe it, but hey, that's okay. So, let me know what you've got. So, the best ways to contact me are going to be in the video description, but you can submit your story selections to fox at spookywordspress.com, and Spooky Words Press is all one word. If you could please make the subject of your email Creepy Christmas, that would help me a ton in keeping these straight. On any given day, my inbox is a disaster. However, send them Creepy Christmas. I will find them. I will get back to you immediately, or as close to immediately as my tiny brain can handle. And good luck. I'm really looking forward to seeing either what you've written for this piece, by piece I mean project, what you've written for this project, or what you've had waiting in the wings for a while that you haven't had an opportunity to share with the world. If I don't get enough submissions, which is entirely possible, I will just be kind of scouring Amazon and the internet, Wattpad, whatever, for spooky Christmas tales, and then I will be reading random ones, but that's less fun. I'd like to have somebody that's actively engaged who is interested in having their work performed and that kind of thing. So please hit me up. Again, if you have questions or aren't sure if something's long enough or good enough or on topic enough, please hit me up. Again, poetry, short stories, submissions that are actually novels, but I can dissect 15 minutes of and run with are great. Yeah, so really looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Oh, one last thing, in case you're unfamiliar of what it looks like whenever I do a dramatic reading, you're not sure what to expect, I will be also including a link to the Kickstarter video where I read A Thin Red Line from Bad Neighborhood. That was to kind of let folks know what the content of the anthology was going to look like, sound like, read like. And so that exists and we'll kind of let you know what you're looking at. Yeah. So, thanks so much. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Stay spooky.